Hello and welcome to a new section in our course How to Use VI Like a Pro from Avionics. My name is Ahmed. In this section, we are going to introduce to you Vim, which is one of the many VI clones, but perhaps it's the most popular one. Vim stands for VI Improved, and as we said, it's one of the most popular VI clones. It was created in 1988 by Bram Mollenaar, and he created this editor because he felt that VI editor was lacking a lot of features. So he worked hard and he opened the source code of the VI editor and he built the VIM. VIM or Vim is extending the original features of VI as well as adding new ones. So all the features that you have learned in VI and all the features that you've been working with for the past sections in this course are existing in the VIM editor in addition to some new features. In order to get Vim, you can either download it from its source website like this. It's vim.org/download.php. Let's navigate to this website and you will find here the source code for Vim. You can use it and build the version of the latest version is 7. You can build it on your operating system, or you can download the operating system specific version of Vim. If you are on Linux, you can use Yum. If you are on Red Hat Linux like Fedora or CentOS or Oracle Linux, you can use Yum to install Vim. Or if you are on a Debian flavor like Ubuntu or any other Debian system, you can use apt-get install. Okay. And as we said, the current version is 7, and we recommend that you install the latest version in order to enjoy all the features. Now let's see how the VIM or the Vim has improved over VI. Where the first thing you have to mention is the integrated help system. Okay, Vim includes a something like the man page of the commands in Unix. If you're familiar with the Unix or Linux, you already know that in order to have any help for any command that is in the shell of Unix, you just type man space and the command, and you will have an extensive help file for this command. Well, Vim includes something similar. It's called help, and it can be activated by typing :help at the VIM editor window. And Vim also supports autocomplete feature. The Vim help supports autocomplete feature, and it's activated by pressing tab after the first character of the topic. So let's have a look here at Vim in action. So let's open one of our files using Vim. And as you can see here, if you select help, you will be presented with the help system of Vim, and this is the whole file. You can navigate in this file using your normal keystrokes like Control F, for example, or Control B, if you remember, to move forward or backward in the file. Okay, and you can of course exit the help system with :Q. And as we said, when you want to have specific help for a specific command, you can use help and then followed by maybe the first few characters of the command like navigation. If I typed nav followed by a tab, it will complete the word navigation. Press enter, it will get you to the help screen of the navigation topic in the help system. Now let's move to Vim startup arguments. Vim has some startup arguments that are very useful, and they extend the arguments of VI. If you recall from a previous section, we said that VI can have startup arguments that, for example, can open a file in read-only mode, or it can search for a string, a specific string, at the moment VI is opened. Now VIM or Vim includes all these options, and it adds some more features, like for example -b. Okay, -b is used by Vim to open a file in binary mode. Okay, as you know, files can be classified into text files and binary files. Text files are files that when you open it, you see human readable text, like any text that we have been using or editing. Like this is a text file. But a binary file is, for example, like a picture. Okay, so if you have a picture, this is a binary file. Let's have a look. Here I have grabbed a picture called image.png. Let's have a look at this image. So this is a simple image. It's just a screenshot of a file. Okay, it is saved in image.png. So if you want to open this image using Vim, you will use the binary option. It's -b followed by the image. And here we are. Of course, this is not any human readable text, but I will show you one of the usefulness of something like that. If you heard before about cryptography, cryptography is a science related to security and how to transfer files securely between one system to another. Okay, one of the methods that are used in cryptography and in secure copying of files or text is that sometimes people add text to binary files. So this is a binary file. Okay, let's say I added this line of text to the end of the file. Okay, this is text. As you can see, this is not this gibberish characters here. This is human readable text, and it's at line 124. I'm adding this text at the end of the file. It should be visible. It should not be visible to the normal user. If I saved and quit this file, and if I try to open it, you will see that it's a very normal, innocent picture with nothing unusual in it. But if the recipient of this, for example, you may send this image to a friend of yours, you want to send him, for example, a secret message or something. If he opened this image in his or her picture viewer, as we said, it's just another image. But if he opens it in VIM with a binary mode and he or she goes to the end of the file, he will see your text here hidden inside this image. So this is something related to cryptography, and this course is not about cryptography, but this is just one of the many ways you can use binary file editing, and Vim is one of the editors that gives you this option. Okay, the next thing we have a look at is -c followed by a command. And -c is an option that is used in VI. Okay, you can use VI -c and you type a command. And this command, of course, it's a VI command. Okay, and it will be executed the moment VI launches. But Vim improves upon this in that it allows you to enter multiple commands, each preceded by -c. So, for example, maybe you want to open a file and search for a specific word, let's say what, as we said before. But before you want to do that, you want to set the search to be case insensitive. Okay, before you open the file. So this requires you to enter two commands. The first one is set IC in order to set search to be case insensitive, and then another one -c to search for the word. So let's first set case insensitive. Okay, and then another command is to search for the word how in readme.txt. I want to search for how the moment VIM launches, opening readme.txt, and I want to perform a case insensitive search for this word. So when I press enter, okay, as you can see, the cursor here is placed on the first instance of how, and it did a case insensitive search because, as you can see here, how has started with a capital letter. This feature allows you to enter a number of commands. Each one is preceded by C before Vim launches, and Vim allows you to up to 10 commands to be entered, each one preceded by -c. The second useful feature in startup in Vim is -d, and -d will make you, if you're familiar with Linux or sure familiar with a command called diff. Diff stands for differentiation or differences, and all what it does is that it gives you the differences between two files. For example, you have two files containing similar text, but you are sure that these two files have some differences. But because these two files are large, you need something or some program to figure out the differences, so the diff does this for you. But Vim offers a much more powerful diff feature than the diff command. Let's have a look here. We here have a readme.txt file. Let's copy this readme.txt to a new one. Let's call it readme2.txt. Okay, and inside this readme2.txt, I'm gonna make some changes. For example, I'm gonna delete these two lines. Okay, so line 9 and 10 were deleted. Let's save. And now let's open vim -d and pass in the two files that we need to compare. It's readme and readme2.txt. If you press enter, you will find that Vim has divided the screen into two windows. The first one on the left is containing the source file, which or the first file you have specified, which is readme.txt, and the second one is readme2.txt. And as you can see, it has highlighted the change for you. Yes, the change was on line 9 and 10. We deleted these two lines, and in the second file, because we deleted them, they got replaced by these two lines containing dashes. So VIM here is highlighting the changes for you. And in order to appreciate this feature in Vim, let's do the same thing using the native command of Linux, which is diff. Okay, as you can see, it got you nearly the same result as that it's telling you that these two lines are missing. It's line 9 and line 10. Okay, but of course the Vim method is much more powerful and much more clearer to the reader than the original diff command. Of course, it's up to you to use whatever command you want, but we are just figuring out the extra features that Vim provides. The next thing to note is -o, and -o makes Vim open a number of files in different windows. So for example, maybe you want to open two files at the same time and edit both of them at the same time. Let's see an example of this. So Vim, for example, let's say -o index.html and readme.txt. Okay, for example, you want to open these two files together, and when you open these two files using O, as you can see, the window has been divided into two windows. Okay, the first one containing index.html and the second one is containing readme.html, the text, sorry. And in order to navigate from the first one to the second one, or if you are here on the this window and you want to move, you will move normally as you do in any VIM file like this. Okay, back and forth. But if you want to move to the second file, you press Ctrl W W. Okay, Ctrl W W, so it's W Control and then W twice makes you move to the next line here. And now we are navigating in the second line. You can also move by other commands in preceded by Ctrl W. You can use H, J, K, or L to cycle to file windows, because as you're gonna see next, VI has the -o capital that lets you open the file in vertical mode instead of horizontal. So let's have a look here. If we are replaced, okay, you press colon Q twice to exit both files. If you used capital O instead of small o to open these two files, they will be presented to you in a in a vertical manner instead of horizontal. And as you see, pressing Ctrl W will make you move from one file to another, but pressing Ctrl W L, for example, will make you move. As you can see, you can press Ctrl W L or Ctrl W H. It's the H and the L, if you recall from the earlier sections of VI, that they move left and right of a VI file. Preceding them by Ctrl W will make them move from one window to the other. Okay, so this is how you can open two files at the same time in Vim. Now Vim offers another feature of file navigation. Okay, you may learned before in VI that you can move to a specific line number by using the line number followed by a capital G. You can move to the first line of the file, the last line of the file, and so on. But Vim provides a new feature, which is that you can move to a specific percentage of the file. What does that mean? Well, Vim uses the file count, the line count in a file, to calculate the percentage of the file. So, for example, here in readme.txt, okay, this file contains 69 lines. So let's say I want to move to the 50%. Okay, this has moved you to line 35 of the file, which is roughly exactly the half of the file. It's the 50% lines of the file. Okay, so how may these be important? Well, maybe you want to split a file into two. Okay, so you want to know where exactly does half this file end. Or maybe you are editing a binary file. Recall that vim-b opens a file in binary mode, and you want to know exactly where half of this file is in order, for example, to make some changes. It may become useful some way. The other feature we have is that you can go to a specific byte in the file. Okay, so if you use :go followed by a number of bytes, for example 20, we have moved to byte number 20 here. Let's do that again. For example, go 300. Okay. The cursor is at this character, which is exactly 300 bytes from the beginning of the file. And when I say byte, VI or VIM is referring to each and every character in the file, including new lines and white spaces.